Okay, so ngayon, alam ko na kung bakit siya, kunwari mag-type tayo ng password, ano? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then when I hit register, nag-a-appear pa rin dito, passwords do not match. And the reason for that is because, pag pinuntahan natin yung view, which is yung HTML natin, or yung front end natin, yung front end ng ating yung create or register account, pag pinuntahan mo yung sa input type niya, and then kapag nagpunta ka dito, yung name nung input niya is password confirmation. Tapos yung ginawa ko kasi ganito, ang akin ay ganito, password confirmation. So it's a common HTML mistake, no? So ang gagawin ngayon natin, kailangan pagparehasin natin siya. Password confirmation, and then this one should be password confirmation. So save natin, and then let's try it again. So kunwari sa full name, gawa tayo first name greatest, last name ever, email address is greatest at ever.com, and then city is Swerve City, state is New York, and then let's do the password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then let's do register, and then it's okay. Ayan, nakastore na yun sa database natin. So okay na siya. Ngayon, ang next natin gawin is, kung mapapansin nyo, no, dun sa naunang video, yung mga email na ginamit ko, pare-pareho. So, ang gusto nating mangyari is kapag nag-register, sasabihin niya na yung email na yun is meron nang nagmamayari. Kasi ganun naman dapat talaga kapag nag-create tayo ng website, di ba? So, ngayon, dito pa rin sa user controller natin, ang gawin natin is, tanggalin na natin tong else na to. Tanggalin na natin yan. So, ang gawin natin, what's next would be, kunin ko na rin to. Ayan. Gawin natin, gawa tayo dito ng check if email exists. And then, we'll gamit tayo ng parameters. So, params array ulit yan. And then let's set natin to na, let's create your email, and then set it to email. So, ito kasing email is user input variable natin yan. Kumbaga, syempre yung user ang nag-input. So, maaaring yun. Kapag nagre-register ka, is dapat one email lang yung pwede mong i-rehistro. Ba ganito? So, dito, dapat variable email to. Yan. And then, so below, mag-create tayo ng another database query. So this, and then db, and then query. Query. Gagamit tayo ng database query. Pero, we want to put it inside a variable user. So, meaning, para pag nakita ni PHP, makikita niya na this one was user input. So, gawa tayo rito, select all from users where the email is equal to colon the email placeholder. Okay, and then pass in the params array, and then so ngayon kapag nagawa na natin yan, kapag tiningnan yung database, ngayon kailangan alamin natin kung yung user na yun nag-i-exist ba o hindi. If user is nag-i-exist, papasok yun sa errors, and then lagay natin dito email. Kapag nag-i-exist yung email na yan, sabihin niya dito that email already exists, semicolon, and then we load the view, and then so let's load user/create, and then we colon the errors, pass in the array errors. Yan, errors. So key value pair errors. Okay. And if that's executed, you need to exit. So save. So try natin. Continue. So ayun, that email already exists. Double T pala to. So, bakit? Kasi di ba kanina, nung nag-set ako ng email, ang ginawa ko is pinili ko lang ditong ganyan. So, ngayon, sinabi na niya kagad. Di ba? So, nag-e-exist. So, try nga natin. So, pag naalala nyo sa workbench, meron tayong iba't ibang user. User 1, user 2, user 3. Yan natin, bubukas ba yung workbench ko. Kasi mag-open. Options. Actually, naka-open. I think naka-open to. Come on. Come on, workbench. God damn it. Kasi mag-open eh. Ano na kayo ginamit natin dun? So, try natin. Sige na nga, user 1 na lang. User 1 at gmail.com. So, try natin register. What? It did work, but okay, kasi yung sinabi. So, try nga natin ulit. So, nga, pangalan. So, gawin natin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. User1 at gmail.com. Register. Ayun, that email already exists. So, gumana na ngayon. So, okay. So, try nga natin ulit. Kunwari, pangalan. Tapos, yung email is yung user1 ulit. User1 gmail.com. So, kailangan pag-register natin to. Okay, so nawawala yung nagki-clear ngayon yung form natin. So, kailangan ayusin natin yun. So, kailangan sa create view dito. So, sa input natin, input ng full name, which is this one. Input, full name. After this, ayan, after nitong none na to, kailangan mag-input tayo dito ng value. So, value equals, then mag-echo tayo ng PHP equals, gawin natin ay user and then brackets name. Yan. And then try natin, close natin ito. Yan. Teka. So, lagyan natin ng ganito. Tulad dun sa naunang video. Nakapag-blanco, ayan. Okay. I think this is good. Username. Yan, save. Ngayon, halimbawa, nag-test tayo. Kunwari, Paul. And then, kunwari, so, halimbawa, sa email, ang gusto nating mangyari is, kapag kunwari mali lahat ng input, yung name, nandito pa din siya, hindi siya dapat mabura. So, register natin. So, yun na, okay na. O, diba? This one is a good user experience. Itong ginagawa na to, yung part na yan. Okay. What else? Okay. So, kailangan, ang gawin natin, copyhin na lang natin to. Yung value na yan. And then, ilagay din natin yan sa iba pa. So, sa name. Saan pa mailagay yan? So, lagay natin sa... Lagyan natin lahat. Lagyan natin sa email. So, dito malalagay yan sa dulo. And then, user email, and then sa city, and then sa state, okay, save natin. Password dito sa dulo. password. Save. And then, sa confirm password. Saan ba siya? Oh no. So, hindi pala. Teka. No, this one should be hindi kasali. Kasi this is a password. So, save natin yan. So, kailangan i-type ng user yung password. So, save. So, gawin natin sa email. So, kunwari, user 2 at gmail.com. So, ngayon, gawin natin sa city, Albany, diba? New York. And then, huwag natin lagyan yung password, register. Okay, so password is hinihingi pero hindi siya nawala. Diba? So, that's good. Okay. So, ang next natin gagawin is mag-insert na tayo ng data. So, close na muna natin itong createview.php. So, yung create view natin kanina para sa yun ay para sa users, no? Users create view yun, para hindi kayo malito. Ito, yan yun. Ito. Users create view. Okay. So, now, we need to go back to our user controller. And then, below, so, let's do a comment, create user account. Yan. So, gamit na natin itong params equals. Okay. So, reminder, kaya natin ito laging tinatawag. Ito yung para sa name parameters natin. Para saan na nga ito? Para yun lang yung tatanggapin na input nitong mga text boxes natin. Yan. Yung mga input box na yan. Para kung ano lang yung nakadeclare dito, yun yung tatanggapin niya. Para maiwasan yung sa, number 1, SQL injection, ganun, di ba? So, yan. Dito, tawagin lang din natin ulit yung name. And then, what? Ipopyahin ko na lang to. Nasa ba yung params ko din sa taas? Params worse na params. Type ko na nga lang. Okay. So, name, comma, and then what the? It has to be like that. Yan. I'll just copy this and then paste it here, and then this one is email, and then this one's email, after the email you have city. Okay, and then you have state, so here state, and then this one is password, and then let's do, okay, I don't know, si Jel nagturo sa inyo nito, yung dun sa subject niya, yung hashing. So, sa PHP, madali lang gawin yun, di ba? Tatawagin lang natin si password hash para yung ating password ay naka-hash. Yun. Password hash, and then password, and then let's use password, let's just use password underscore default. Yun. So, password default, Okay, password hash, string password, create a password hash. Okay, and I think that's going to do it. Semicolon here. Okay. So that's our create user account. And then underneath the parameters, let's let's make the query this db, and then query, and then our query is going to be insert into users dun sa table natin. And then ano ba yung mga insert natin? Name, email, city, state, password, and then we close this, and then after that we say this one, values, and then the placeholder, which is name, colon city, colon email. Teka, baliktad. It has to be name, email, and then tsaka pa lang yung city, colon city, colon state, colon password. Yan. Let's do a semicolon ng dulo. I think it's tama na. And then let's here, after the dulo, we pass in the params array. Params. Okay. So now let's do a redirect. Let's call on that, and then redirect to slash to home na lang. Yan, ganyan. Colon. So save. So balik tayo rito. Let's do register. Ayan. So gawa tayo ng bago. Kunwari 1 De La Cruz. Email is jdc@gmail.com. City, let's do Albany. State is New York. So try natin, password is 123456. 123456, and then let's register. What? So this email, that email already exists, but that does hindi pa yan nag-exist eh. So may mali ako sa code. So mag-check tayo. So how we did check that? Check natin. Okay. Kulang to. So this one, ayun. We need to check. We need to fetch pa yung sa database. Yan. Save. Okay. So can we try it again? Refresh. Continue. What? So let's register again. So for example, alagay tayo Jose Gomez. Email address jg@gmail.com. So city is Albany, state is New York, password is 123456. 123456. Register. So ayun, di ba? So gumana. Okay, so gumana na siya. Okay. So next one is I think we need to quit this workbench. And then I'll open the workbench ulit para naman makita natin. Workbench. Open natin yan. Check nga natin dito. Continue anyway. And then makita. So let's do select asterisk. So I wanna do select asterisk so that it will show all users. Select asterisk from job seeker users. Okay. What? Teka, it should be tuldok. Ayun. So ayan na siya. Tingnan nga natin. Enlarge natin yun. Andun ba? So ayun, no, naka-hash na yung password. Diba? Ayun. So it works. So you have Juan de la Cruz, hash yung password niya. Then also Jose Gomez. Okay. So now what we need to do now is let's do so nakapag-register na tayo ng user. Save. Dahil so I think dito we can do next natin gawin is yung sa sessions na tinatawag in which nakapag-register tayo is pwede na siyang mag-login. Okay? And then we'll also do some cookies here and then session ID. I think we can close this user controller for the meantime. And then let's close this create view muna. And then let's create a new class. Okay, teka muna. Let's create a new class. And kapag class, alam naman natin na ito ay pupunta sa it will go inside the framework. So in the framework, let's create a new file. A PHP file, let's call it session.php. Okay. Okay, so inside that PHP, so namespace, framework, semicolon, and then class, session. Okay, so this one is static sessions or static na functions kasi what you want to do is that hindi natin sila kailangan i-instantiate. So class session, ba maganda. So let's create ano. Let's create a method and then comment muna. So let's call this one, the comment is start a session. Ayan, I believe yun nga, kay Gel nga itong yung sa session na to eh. Kung matatandaan natin, dun sa index natin, nagtawag tayo rito ng session start. Na kung saan, starts or resumes an existing session. So that you'll have an initialized session data. So ngayon, malalaman kung sino yung user na naka-login. So ngayon, balik tayo dun sa ating session. And then, tuloy natin to. So, return void. So, below that, let's create a public static function and then tawagin natin tong start. So, sarado ko nga muna to. So, teka, pakita ko lang muna, no? So, ngayon, punta tayo na index natin. So, bali ito index. So, hindi nyo kailangan i-type to. So, sa index, after ng router, pakita ko lang, inspect and die. So, tumawag tayo ng session underscore status. And then, let's see. So, save natin yan. Refresh. So, ayun. Sabi niya, integer 2. Sa session, merong tatlong number na lumilitaw dyan. So, sumin ko ito. What the hell? Ayan. So, you have integer 0 or 1 or 2. Kapag 0 ang lumitaw dito, ang ibig sabihin nun, walang naganap na session. Kapag naman 1 yung nakalagay, ibig sabihin, there is a session. And then, kapag 2, there's an active session. So, ibig sabihin, nang pinatakbo ko to, ibig sabihin, tumakbo to ngayon. Okay? So, kunwari nag-login tayo, malalaman niya na mayroong kung sino yung user na naka-login. Okay? So, mahalaga yun eh. Lalo na, di ba, kapag gumagawa tayo ng system. So ganun siya. So, comment ko na muna ito. Session start, session status. Okay. Kapag tinry nyo to, halimbawa kinoment nyo yan. Sige nga, try ko na nga. So, undo yung kaninang binura. So, kunwari, kinoment ko to. Ko-comment ko to Tapos, save ko. Tapos, nirestart ko to. Lumitaw 1. So, yun yung kanina, ibig sabihin, there is no active session. Okay? So, ngayon, ang gagawin na natin is, burahin na natin to. Pero, tapos ibalik natin to. Okay? So, save. So, balik tayo dito. kailangan, ang una nating gawin is, bago tayo mag-start ng session natin, is we need to make sure na walang existing session na tumatakbo. Basically, ang explanation nun is paano ka magla-login ng account mo kung meron pang ibang nakalagin. Okay. So, kailangan dito, mag-create muna tayo ng if-else statement or na if statement. So, if session underscore status. Okay. Check muna natin yan. And then, equal. And then, we call a built-in PHP syntax that says session underscore none. So, built-in kay PHP to. So, meron tatlong ganito eh. Session, PHP session none, merong session active, tsaka session disabled. So, ang ginagawa natin is parang magpapakita ng number yan eh. So, hindi kailangan na semicolon nga pala. Because this is So, kapag wala, ang gagawin natin, we can call on a session start. Yan. So, walang existing session, pwede ka mag-start ng sarili mong session. Save. So, this method should be used in an index. So, for us to do that, we go to the index PHP, and then, pwede na natin tanggalin to, yung session start. Okay. Okay, so, baba muna natin to. Okay. Ang gawin natin, ikakat ko to. Ilalagay ko to sa ilalim ng router. So, natatandaan yung sabi ko, mahalaga yung precedence pagdating sa programming. So, ang gusto kong mangyari is mauna munang tawagin yung router. And then, tsaka palang tatawagin yung session. So, use framework / session. Okay. So, hindi na tayo nagre-require, no? Kasi nga may autoloader tayo eh. And then, let's call the session scoping, and then start, which is the method na ginawa natin. And then, tingnan nga natin kung gumagana. Try muna natin ulit si inspect and die. Inspect and die. And then, session underscore status. Okay. What the hell? Okay. Sige, nagme-message kasi si Dean eh. Okay, so yun na muna. So, session status. And then, check natin. Okay. So, ngayon, dahil di ba meron tayong ganito, tinanggal natin yung nasa taas eh. So, supposed to be dapat, pag niran ko to, kailangan na lumitaw dito, session 2. Kasi ibig sabihin, there is an active session. So, ayan. So, ayun. So, meron nga. Diba? So, tama. Okay. So, pwede na natin i-comment out ulit ito. Okay. Because we have that. Okay. So, boring ko na nga. So, that's good. Refresh. So, yeah. Diba? Okay. Siguro pag pinakita nyo to sa ibang programmer, sasabihin, ba't ginawa mo pa tong session na ganyan, yung class na yan? Eh, meron namang mga syntax na, yun, yung session start na ganun. Well, ang goal ko kasi dito is to make a code as clean as possible. Diba? Alam nyo minsan kapag tinitingnan ko tong code ko na ganyan, Titignan ko na ganito. Ayan, katulad yan. Ang dami ng file. Tapos pag tinignan mo to, ang linis tingnan, no? Di ba? Di ba? So, malinis siyang tingnan. Hindi makalat. Siguro, kaya ganun. Kasi nga, designer ako. So, pati sa code, gusto ko malinis. Diba? Pero hindi naman nire-require na ganun. Nasa sa inyo na lang yun. If you wanna do that, if you wanna do clean code. So, syempre, ako, bilang teacher nyo, I would suggest that na you do it clean tas sanayin nyo yung sarili nyo na ganito mag-code. Kasi pag pinakita nyo yan, halimbawa, nag-apply kayo ng OJT, tapos pinakita nyo tong project natin na to, tapos nakita nila na ganyan kayo kalinis mag-code. Ibig sabihin, madali kayong katrabaho. Di ba? So, yun siya. Kaya, ganun. Di ba? So, ngayon, balik tayo ulit dito sa ating dito naman. So, let's create a new method. So, below this one, let's create a comment ulit. And then, we'll do a set a session key value pair. And then, it will take two parameters. Which is one is a string key, and then another parameter is a mixed value, and then it will return a void. Yan. Because wala naman tayo ibabalik magsiset lang tayo ng session variable So, public static function, and then let's call it set, and then it will take in two parameters. One is key and one is value. Okay. And then let's call on session, and then we put in a key, and then that key should return a value. So it's that simple. Okay. Save. Okay. And then we want to get the session by its key. So let's say get a value by the key. So you have a parameter here at param string key. Okay, and then param mixed value. No, this one should be default. And then we do a return. It needs to return a value. So this one's mixed value. So let's create a public static function, and let's call in get, and it will key, comma, default, and then inside it null. So kapag walang laman, di blanco yung babalik niya. And then let's go return is set. It will return a session key. And then let's do a session $session. If the key is not set, it returns a default. So key and then colon default. Yeah, that's it. Save. Okay, the next thing is after that, so let's create an ulit dito. Okay, this one, holy shit. Check if session key exists. So the parameter is key, and since it's checking if it exists, what it returns is a boolean string key, and then at return bool. And let's do public static function, let's call it has, and then it takes in a key, and then it returns is set. It returns the session key. So yeah, let's do this. Session and then key. Yan. Semicolon. Save. So the last, I think next one is for clearing a session. Let's do clear session by key. So same lang din, parameter is parameter string key, return void, and then let's do this public static function clear, and then it takes in a parameter key, and what happens is it checks if is set, and then it takes a session. Okay, and ganun pa rin, parameter key, and you set session key, and then yung partner nito below, parang wala, this one sobra. Okay, but this one's ganyan. This one to. Okay, and then teka, let's do unset here. Unset, oh my, unset session key. Damn. Okay. Check. Public static function clear key. If is set, this one doesn't have a partner, so it needs to have one. So ayun. And then this one needs to have a semicolon. And then I think it lacks wait, I think it lacks another, yan, kaya nag-error yung nasa baba. Okay, clear key function clear. I think let's do this muna. This one's for to clear all session data. And then it doesn't need anything, you just need to return a void. And then let's call it public function, no, static, public static function, let's name it clear all. And then what it does is it only calls on session unset to unset the session. So what it does is pre all session variables, and then let's do a session underscore destroy. Yan. I think, yun nga, si Jel alam ko naman may hawak ng subject na to. Destroy all data registered to a session. Okay. So, that's it. So, save muna natin yan. So, for now, I think it's good. Let's go to register. So, what we want is kapag nakapag-register yung user, mag-start ng session, tapos makikita yung information ng user na yun. So ano pwedeng magandang yun dyan? I think yun, user ID, tsaka name, tsaka city. So, ngayon, teka. Punta tayo ng user controller. Close ko na muna to. Then, ito. User controllers. Yan. So, ngayon, dun sa ilalim nito, we need to, para magamit natin yung session na yun, we need to use framework session. Session. And down below sa store. Okay, dito. We need to put session start here. No, sa params. Saan ba redirect natin? What? Where's store? Dito na lang sa ilalim nito. Bago mag-redirect, ayan. Ba natin yan. So, ngayon, pwede tayong gumawa dito ng get new user ID. Which is, what would happen is, i-register niya yung user ID na yun dun sa session natin. Okay. So, get user ID. So, and then, this db con, which is connection natin, and then there's a built-in method that's called last insert ID. Yan. Ayun, nakita. So, last insert ID, this DB connection, last insert ID. Okay. So, pag nakuha yung user ID, save natin yung sa session. So, session, and then set. And then, dito sa set na to, ito yung kukuhaning information ng user natin eh. So, dito, teka, user pala. So, dito, kailangan, actually, pwedeng user ID lang yung kukuhanin natin mula dun sa user natin. Pero, nasa sa inyo yun kung ano yung gusto nyo. Pero, minsan kasi, mahalaga na, halimbawa, kung may kinalaman sa pera yung system natin, maganda na pati yung pangalan ng user na kukuha mo. So, user ID, comma, and then, kunin na rin natin yung name. Ayan. Name, and then, name. So, ang gawin natin, kopyahin na lang natin to. Name, username, tapos lagay na what? Lagay natin dito, email, and then this one is email, and then city and state, city. So, pwede kayong mamili yan eh. Diba? And then, state. Kayo bahalang mamili kung anong kukunin yung info sa kanila. Diba? Tapos, bebenta nyo sa deep web, ganun. Hindi, pero, kumbaga, kung ano lang yung mahalaga, ganun. So, nilagay lang natin to kasi parang syempre, inaaral pa lang natin eh. Okay, save natin to. So, search ko nga ito. Before we redirect, let's do. Teka, check muna natin to. Inspect and die. Knock. So, inspect. Bumabagal na yung computer ko. So, inspect and die. So, try lang natin to. Try natin session get, and then tawagin natin si user. Okay, let's try this. Save. So, sa register form natin, so, try natin. Gawa tayo run. And then, user 0@gmail.com, and then city is Cabanatuan, state is NE, password is 123456, 123456, and then register natin, and then what's this? Okay, god damn it. Ayun, pag tiningnan mo to, yan yung pumapasok ng session natin na yan, yung mga yung mga nag-i-input na yan. Ito yung pangalan niya, di ba? Yung email. So, ayan na nga. Okay. So, that's good. Because we have this to get the information of the user. So, ayun. Parang ano yan, sinasabi na login to. So, refresh natin to. And then, burahin ko na yan. Save. Punta tayo ng home. Okay. Okay, so ngayon, so nakukuha na yung information ng user natin, di ba? Kaya lang, hindi nakikita rito sa website natin kung naka-login ba or hindi. So, ang kailangan natin gawin is kapag naka-login yung user, ang lilitaw dito ay logout. Di ba? So, what we can do is, let's create a login and register show and then a logout. Or we can also use welcome, tas yung pangalan ng user. Ganun. Diba? So, ang gawin natin, close muna natin ito. So, what we gonna do is, let's go to partials. Views, partials, and then let's go navbar. Navbar. Here. Okay. So, anong gagawin natin sa navbar natin? So, sa navbar, maglalagay tayo ng if-else statement. So, for example, dito, sa may nav, sa ilalim ng space export. Okay? Gawa tayo ng kumbaga, tatanungin kung meron bang session. So, ayan, PHP, if, so, ang gawin natin is if teka, dito nga sa taas. Teka, baba ko to. Yan. So, lalagay ko dito sa ibabaw, PHP, and then, tatawagin ko na lang si use framework /session. Okay. And then, yan. So, dahil tinawag ko siya doon, dito ngayon, lalagay ko na lang session, scoping, and has, and then let's just get the user. Ayan. And then below that, let's create an else. PHP else colon. Ayan. And then below that, let's do something like this. PHP and if. Okay, so what I'm going to do is the login and the register link here. Itong dalawa. Yung link ng login, link ng register, kakat ko yan. Lalagay ko dito sa loob ng else. Yan. Okay. So, kapag walang session, hindi naka-login, lilitaw yan. Tapos, yung post a job, ito. Cut ko yan kapag naka-login ka. So, dito ko yung lalagay. So, bakit? Kasi wala namang sense na nakikita mo na pwede kang mag-post a job. Hindi ka naman naka-login, di ba? So, ano pa yung sense ng login register mo kung lahat naman ang kayang gawin ng user is hindi naman pala kailangan ng login ng register. So, ngayon, kumbaga ito, yung paglalagay ng post a job, pwede mo lang gamitin kapag naka-login ka. Okay. So, So, sa ibabaw nga nito, maglagay tayo ng logout. Nagawa tayo form Teka. Tapos gawa tayo ng button. Let's do HTML. Button type equal submit. Submit. And then that button submit, like let's call that log out. Okay, and then let's add some Tailwind styling. Class equals, let's do text dash white. Let's do it inline, and on hover, let's do some underline. Okay. Okay, let's see. Teka. So button type, button here, log out, underline. Okay, we need to put some, ayan, kaya pala. And then let's put it inside the div so that it will look like it's made ng maayos. So div.flex. Teka. So div.flex. That, let's justify this dash between tuldok items center, and let's put a gap and then 4, and then let's do it, and then cut natin yung closing div, lagay natin sa ilalim ng form, save, refresh. Ayun, puta na, iba't na, hayop na yun. Tingnan ko. What the? Naka-zoom in ba? No, it's not. 100. Okay. I think we need to also this one, let's we need to put it inside, sukat natin to, and then dyan natin lagay, save. Ayun, di ba? So ayan, okay, yan, we're flowing. Save natin yan. So yeah, it's all lined up na. That's how we do it. And then, dahil obsessive compulsive yung teacher mo, lagyan din natin ng welcome na may pangalan yung pangalan ng user. So below this div, yan, create tayo ng another div. And then lagyan natin welcome, and then let's call on the session get the user. So get user. So lilitaw yung pangalan ng user natin dyan. So kailangan we put in bracket here. Name, and then Yan. Save. Reload. Yun, welcome Ron Ron. It's fucking ugly and shit. Pero pwede na yan. Hindi naman design tong subject natin, PHP 2. Diba? Pero hindi, alam ko na, ililipat ko din eh. Because it's above there, we need to put it, we need to put it after the job seek, after the H1. Diba? So, where's the H1 here? Yeah. Where's the H1? So, where's the header? Okay, what I'll do is this. I'm gonna cut the H1. I'm gonna cut the H1 hanggang dun sa to. No, I think ito na lang pala. Itong div na to, kakat ko yan. Lilipat ko ngayon itong si welcome dito sa ilalim nitong this one sa ilalim nitong form. Save natin, refresh. Yun, di ba? That's how we do it. Programmer style. Okay, so I think it's okay na, di ba? Wag mo nang lagyan ng picture, wag mo nang palakihin tong So far, okay na yan. Because that's basic PHP functionalities. And I think compare sa ibang programming talaga na subject ninyo, talagang makakonsider mo na advance ito eh. Di ba? And it's a beautiful website. Look at that shit. Okay. So, the next thing that we do is we create logout. Di ba? So, let's do that. Save natin to. Okay. Yan. Meron bang Ayun, lumilito naman yung We need to make this thing work. Sa navbar ulit. So, dito sa logout natin, before the logout form, here, we can, before inside this form, we can do method, and then we can do post, and then action, and then equals /auth/ logout. So, ngayon wala pa tayong di ba? So, gagawa tayo ng route para sa logout. So, save. Yeah. Let's do that. So, now we go to the routes below, and then we create a logout here. Let's do this below. Let's just copy this. Copy. And then paste it here. It's also post, but we do logout here. Logout, and then user controller logout method. So, save. And then, sarado na natin to. And then, we go to user controller dun sa where's our user controller? I think it's up here. There, inside the controller. User controller, yeah. And then below the redirect, Below the redirect, make sure that's inside the class. Let's create a kill session. Diba? So, what's a kill session? That's a log out a user and kill session. Okay. So, the parameter for that is no, there's no parameter, just return void. So, let's call in a public function logout. And then what we want to do is we call on the session and then we do clear and then clear the user. And then if you know about cookies, no, we need to destroy a cookie here. So, I don't know kung sino nagturo. Hindi ko alam kung si Jel or si Philip yung sa cookie. Pero, no, let's just do clear all na lang to. Yeah. Clear all, destroy session. And for the cookie, let's do params equals session underscore, take a look at this, session underscore get there. You see that? Session underscore get cookie params. Okay, there's this one's built in. Okay, so it will destroy, and then we need to set cookie, and then we need to get the exact cookie name that we need to destroy. So, what do we need to dyan? So, for example here, so how do we find that? We do inspect. And then, makikita to sa elements yun. Where's the motherfucking elements? Let's see. Here, applications tab, and then we need to find the applications. Where's the applications? There. And we need to, where's the applications tab? Where's the cookies? There. We need to find out kung ano yung cookies niya. Cookies, ayun, PHP says ID. So, yan. Di ba? Says ID. So, yun yung tatype natin dito. So, close na natin yan. So, type na lang natin dito PHP says ID. So, that's what we want to. And then, there's a blank string. And then, we set the time. And then, lagay natin dito. Time minus 86400 path and params. And then we call on the path. So params path, then we do params domain. So these are mga built into na So ayan. So that's basically a syntax for destroying a cookie when you log out. And then after that, you can log out na. So let's just redirect to home. Rect to home page. and then save. And then reload natin to. And then click logout. Yun! Diba? That's it! Diba? So now we're already logged out. Okay, now may logout na tayo. Kaya lang wala pa tayong login. Pero, kailangan ko munang magpahinga at uminom ng tubig. Okay. So, diyan natin tapusin yung video.